Good morning, everyone. My name is Filippo Galignani. I joined Delivery Hero in February, and today I'd like to talk to you about international marketing, up marketing, international scale. So, first of all, who's Delivery Hero? Delivery Hero is a company that operates in the takeaway vertical and was set up in 2008 by Niklas Forsberg. And over the course of the following years, Delivery Hero has been acquired several organizations over a large range of countries, from Latin America to continental Europe, Asia, Middle East. So as you can see, the growth of Delivery Hero has been tremendous. As of May, we have been processing on a monthly basis 50 million orders, and we work on roughly with 53 applications globally. The purpose of Delivery Hero is to create an amazing takeaway experience. I hope all of you in this room, or some of you at least, have ordered food online. And in a nutshell, we basically at home, on your app or on the web, you can place an order, you choose from your favorite restaurant, ideally like nicely located next to you, or with ratings that actually is according to your standards. The order is immediately processed to over several 100,000 restaurants in real time, who will start preparing your food. Then the food is delivered to your home address or work address within 30 to 60 minutes. Sometimes it works well, other times we deliver the food in 2 hours and people get really angry, but we definitely are trying our best. So today I want to share some of the learnings when doing this international app marketing at global scales. So the first learning is that a global and consistently applied tracking and measurement approach is essential. What does it mean? As you have seen in the history, when Delivery Hero was acquiring a new organization, it was also acquiring a great potential. The potential of being unique in that market, having a product that was very much loved by the local customers, but also was integrating a huge deal of diversity. Diversity of measurement partners, diversity when it comes to the definition of the conversion funnel, diversity when it comes to event tracked and how the attribution was working. What we've been doing over the past year and a half is focusing on improving this situation. So today we can actually claim that all our apps, they are currently measured using one unique marketing measurement partner. We have created a centralized tracking concept whereby the key component of the conversion funnel, they are always captured. So we make sure that we keep our eyes peeled on what really matters and what drives the business forward. We also have standardized a definition of acquisition and order. In our world, an acquisition is a first-time customer, and an order is anything that is subsequent for the first-time customer. So when you imagine we acquired those organizations, every organization was counting a conversion in a completely different way. When somebody from the business was asking how many orders did we process yesterday, we had completely different numbers. Now, we're actually able to report back to the business, close to real time, exactly the same information in a very comparable way. We also worked on global reporting and internal benchmarking, and we have created a multi-channel attribution model across the globe. Second learning is create strong relationship with your publisher, share knowledge and data. But that shouldn't be done immediately. At the beginning, what you want to do, you want to test as many publishers as possible. That's what we have done. This is the example of one of our countries, and you can see the growth of Android installs and iOS installs. At the beginning, with this country, was the beginning of this year, we were working roughly with 30 publishers. Little by little, we started skimming down, and we removed all the incent traffic and the boost campaigns, finding ourselves with around about 15 pubs. Right before the summer, we kept improving, skimming through more publishers, and we started looking at data in a slightly different way, looking at cohort on a 7 and 30 days. We also started launching different types of campaigns. You can see a dip, which was predominantly due by a public holiday, Ramadan. For that reason, we scaled down our app install campaigns because people could not eat. So it was also a matter of respect the country behavior. Then, once Ramadan was over, we started pushing more improvements, from creative A/B testing to new formats such as video, and we started creating user segments that we pushed onto different publishers depending on their ability to deliver on our results. So in a nutshell, you can see that installs, so the sheer volume of installs more than doubled. But the interesting part is the our install to acquisition ratio, it went up by 5 times. So that means quality really matters and build that relationship over time. The third learning that I want to talk you through is test the hell out of ASO. Everybody is doing App Store optimization. We have seen for one of our brands, as you can see, like Talabat, that in May, we actually were scoring pretty low in terms of category benchmark, and we didn't really want to accept that. The local CMO was really adamant to actually improve dramatically the results and wanted to invest energy and resources in App Store optimization. So what we started doing was we changed app description, we rotated a bunch of keywords, we looked into competitor keywords, we improved the screenshots, and we started looking even like promotional videos. And then, of course, Google gave us the opportunity to change category to make it more relevant from lifestyle to food and drinks. And we also released a new app. The results were pretty impressive. Fourth learning. This is actually something that I'm quite passionate about. Think customer first and deliver the experience that best fit their mind. So this is basically, there are a couple of examples here to try to understand that we need to capture how people behave. We use a different type of technology here. We have a cookie-based technology that tells us how the conversion rate of different channels, of different platforms, sorry, and a user-based technology that tells us more than anything the cross-device effect, but instead of tracking cookies, tracks people. If we follow the first conversion rate on the cookie-based technology, we can see that the conversion rate on desktop is actually much higher. So naturally, if we didn't look at the other direction, we would have invested in desktop, deprioritizing mobile. When we look at the second component, however, on the user-based technology, we actually saw the opposite component. We saw that mobile was driving the highest conversion rate across the 3 device types. Then we looked further into the detail, and what we started investigating were the different campaign types. Again, on the first column, you can see that mobile app installs were driving a good amount of conversion, but a lot more compared to mWeb. When we looked at the cross-device component on a user-based technology, we saw the complete opposite findings. Mobile app installs were pretty much on the same level, and mWeb was significantly higher with a 90% decrease in CPA. What that meant when we started looking at the granularity of the data was that people were actually using mWeb as a first path in their conversion journey. They were processing the order first on mWeb. Then, if they were happy with the food that they received, with the speed of delivery, with the food type, then they were downloading the app and started processing the app later on. Another example that always takes us in the same direction is this is a completely different country, and we were processing app installs via SEM, so via Google. And you can see the bar chart is an illustration of the acquisition, with the red chart an illustration of the CPA. We were driving initially app install campaigns only because we were strongly believing, and we could see in the performance, that app installs were driving better cohort from a retention and utilization and frequency of utilization perspective. We were testing mWeb as well, but we were not extremely confident of our mWeb platform. It was a little bit clunky, was not really working, the experience was a bit like, nah. Then what we did, we invested in improving the mWeb experience, and the results were absolutely staggering. So we saw a dramatic increase in conversions, up to 80%, and a significant decrease in CPA. What we did, we applied in these campaigns the learning of the previous campaign, pushing mWeb first as the initial gateway towards the experience with our company, and then retargeting people for app install campaigns later on, even on a CRM basis. And these are the overall results. The fifth learning is test how effectively customer segments respond to advertising. We all know that customers are different. They behave in a different way. Some customers, they are engaged with the platform very frequently. Other customers, they are less engaged with the platform. Some customers, they are students. Other customers, they have families. So completely different patterns. Our job is to recognize those differences and make sure we deliver the best experiences where we engage with them at the right time, when it's important to them. And we had a question. The question was, are we spending the right money, or are we spending wisely our money in re-engaging customers that have already ordered with us a number of times? So in order to do that, we decided to do an incrementality test. We focused on active customers and both Android and iOS users. We grouped them together and we randomly split in order to create two similarly populated groups. And then we excluded those groups from every other campaign. At the end of the day, we compare the mean and the standard deviation of those groups. Results were quite interesting, absolutely the opposite of what I thought before the test. What we saw is that with statistical significance, if we were investing any money on customer to push for further orders, and again, we are talking about users that were driving already orders, they're already active, we did not see any uplift in further orders. In other terms, our money was wasted. So basically, take that money and put it somewhere else. And the last learning was, we have done quite a lot of work in terms of personalization. So personalized campaigns deliver great conversion rate and engagement. It doesn't come in itself. This is the specific example of a brand that has been around for over 12 years. It's a brand that has always been creating a specific engagement with their customers. Has always been a brand loved by the local customers. So what I'm trying to say is that you should not shift from doing heavy voucher or this campaign to engaged, nice, worded campaigns with a couple of emojis from one day to the other. That will not give you the results that you want. Engagement is a process that you need to start and you need to follow through and you need to keep on doing. But what we were trying to do here was, by using simple things to spice up the conversation, we achieved better engagement. So we use, for example, information such as the user last location. We looked into the weather, if it was cold outside or if it was raining. And according to that, we were sending segmented push notifications. We were looking at real-time conversations that were happening online. If there was a specific shout from a celebrity or something stupid that they had done, Kanye West is one of them. And we were actually sending out those push notifications around those topics that people were following. Also recurring events, from sport events to music events, we are trying to be topical and contextual in the conversation. We saw a 31% increase in conversion rate, and in this example, people really loved what we were trying to do. Some people said, only my boyfriend and you understand me, that's cool. Don't tempt me, I'm on a diet, but we have several other hundreds of examples on our Twitter feed of people that really responded well to an engaged message. And you can see there was no voucher. We were not trying to bribe people with any form of discount. So I'm going to leave you with the 6 key learnings that I wanted to share with you. First and foremost, just make sure that your tracking and measurement is rigid and very solid. Create strong relationship with the partner you're working with and share the data, because the more data you share, the more you will get out of the relationship with the publisher. Test your ASO opportunities. Think customer first. If you don't think about your customer, but you think about just the channel, you will not get that far. Create segmentation, because every customer is different, and engage with your customer with personalized campaign. It will pay off. So this is me. I will be around for the rest of the day. I'd love to actually meet most of you. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to. Cheers, have a great show.